A while ago I was searching the internet until I came upon an application called Jay's New Best Friend. At first I didn't know what I was getting into but decided to give it a shot, and as it turned out I became the new best friend of this amazing person Jay Kirsten. We hung out almost every day eating bananas and playing Neopets. Being best friends with someone I just met can't be that hard, right? One morning Jay called me to come to her house as soon as possible. She wanted to see me about something and she claimed it was something serious, but how serious exactly? After getting out of bed and preparing to leave, I decided to put on the one outfit that'll show everyone on the block why I'm Jay's best friend, my limited edition King Jimmy hoodie, the first brought from Jay Kirsten shop. I arrived at Jay's house. She just got done streaming Animal Crossing on her Twitch and was ecstatic to see my hoodie. She wanted to invite me over to a fair tomorrow. All of her other friends were too busy to come along and her boyfriend Brian couldn't show up since no one redeemed Brian face reveal for this story either. I quickly said yes, this is going to be the best day ever. Hopefully nothing can go wrong from this point on, right? Later we head outside to grab some bubble tea. Along the way we passed by a bakery and wanted some cookies too. I entered the bakery while Jay waited outside. I pointed to a set of chocolate chip cookies on display to go and paid the cashier. But little did I know this would be a grave mistake. After paying and leaving the shop I shared one of the cookies with Jay. She took a bite of it. But something seemed off. She looked down at her cookie and slowly started to have a strange expression until she started to run away to the nearest trash bin. I looked at the cookies I brought and realized they weren't chocolate chips at all. They were raisin cookies. Jay hated raisins. What was I thinking? They're her second least favorite food next to an off-brand toothpaste she calls mint chocolate chip ice cream. I went to check if she was okay. Jay was recovering and then asked me what cookies I brought from the store. I'd admitted I brought raisins, and she looked at me with a deadpan stare like I was pulling a bad prank or something. Jay didn't say a word to me after we got our bubble tea. I was starting to worry if our best friend status was going to end at this point. I really messed up big time. I made her upset with me. This was worse than those times we played Overcooked together. Tomorrow Jay and I are going to the fair. This is my only chance to redeem myself so she doesn't have to go through another best friend application process again. But can I really redeem myself? I went home sad, hugging my PP plush and watching a wholesome YouTube video to help cheer me up. Hoping tomorrow would go better. I arrived at the fair the next day. I saw Jay there early. But she was staring at something in the distance. It was a giant Pokemon plush. A Wooper to be exact, one of her favorite Pokemon. This plushie happened to be at a game stand, and whoever beat the game will earn that plush. This was my only chance to redeem myself, but the game in question might say otherwise, because it was the dreaded Wacky Wire game. I saw Jay was nervous to try it on her own, so the man running the stand offered her something that could help her win. The good news is that this something is said to be magical and will help her win, but the bad news is that something turns out to be raisins. Magical raisins? I could even see the confusion and disgust on Jay's face too, but she really wanted the plush. The only thing standing between her and it was this rigged wire game, but every attempt she failed and refused to take the magical raisins. Now was my chance. I went up to Jay and told her I'll win the Wooper plush for her. She took a while to respond and gave me permission. At that moment I took the magical raisins and ate some. It tasted worse than A&W's chicken nuggets to be honest, but it's going to help me win, right? Somehow, I was slowly able to get the ring down the spiral wire, and thanks to these magical raisins of all things, I won. I got Jay the giant Wooper plush and she was super happy like she ran into Namjoon again. I asked if we were best friends again. But turns out she was never mad at me for real, as long as I promised to keep any raisins away from her ever again. After that revelation we went to get more bubble tea to celebrate our win, with our new pal Wooper. Jay and I are best friends again, After everything that happened. All thanks to Whooper.